It is Tuesday afternoon. We're at the Goodwill outlet, otherwise known as the Goodwill bins. And we're just looking for some fun stuff to thrift and flip for a profit. Anything you're looking for specifically, Zip?
You know, we always find the Afghans here. Sometimes I find good home decor. I'm gonna dig deep in the bins today and try to find some silver stuff.
We're doing another challenge because last week was so fun, but this week we have a different challenge. Last week it was we each got to spend $20. This week we each get to spend $10 and see who makes more money. And just an update, I have, I think, one item that hasn't sold and Zeb has two. So by the time this video goes live, we will give you a breakdown of last week's profit and money spent on our $20 challenge. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that.
I got 30 days to sell that stuff.
But we can give them an update. We can give an update, right?
The update that you're winning?
Let's go shopping. Thank you. Oh, it's busy today.
Hey.
Oh, look what Zeb found.
Some black. I'll take it. This is as good as silver.
Yeah, better in my opinion.
All right off the bat, it's not silver, but it is a really nice wood frame.
Also, look at this vintage USS Arizona hat.
That is pretty cool.
And it is older. It's made in Taiwan.
I was expecting Santa, and we got a snowman looking guy.
Without a nose?
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to need to get a cart because I can't dig good holding on to this. So they're swapping out carts right now. So we're going to go make a pile since we don't have a cart and look at the books for a minute while they swap them out.
Look at this. Luck of the Irish. So cute. I'm going to grab this.
Hey, you found an Afghan. I was trying to go through those real quick before they swapped them out and they moved me on along. They're like, nope, you got to get out of here.
I got this too. It's made in England.
Nice. Lots of kid books today, which is fine. Oh, hey. There we go. The binding's a little broken, but I think with a little bit of glue, that could be put back together. We're going to take it. Look at that. We found another one. Doing good. This one's in a little better shape. I think these are, on the binding, these ones are friends that I found. Yeah. So this is a kid's book that I'm going to be taking home. Copyright 1981, 43 years old, and it's in great shape. The paper is almost like a rice paper in here. Look at that.
Anybody want half a drunk Coke? I mean, it looks like it's pretty good. There was a hat right here. No. There's another meat grinder, Zeb. We did sell the last one.
Get it.
It's probably like $10. It's so expensive.
Oh, this one's the American.
I like the handle.
Yeah, it's got brass.
Last week I found the Mother Mary and the baby Jesus, but today
Decoupage under resin.
Zeb's like, come on. And you want that for your challenge item?
No, there's no makeover needed on that. I probably read through this 15 or 20 times when I was a kid. I'm going to get this for the boys. New bins coming. Must be documented where the sidewalk ends. It looks like there's a couple little things on it, but oh, and it was for Julie and Christmas of '83, but doesn't look like anyone's drawn on it inside like you kind of find in kids' books sometimes.
Made in England.
Thought I had found my silver, but it's all bent up. Well, I've been through about 20 bins and finally found this one. Looks like it's got a couple little things on it, but I think those will wash out.
All right, so we spent $20. 24. We got lots of bags. I actually found some stuff for the kids, but a few things to sell.
This is happening more and more at the bins. We're like, oh, we'll just keep this.
That's the pathway to hoardership, but some cute stuff. And we're gonna go to the Deseret Industries thrift store that we went to last week, and that's where we'll probably find our items for our thrift challenge. We're at Deseret Industries thrift store. See what we can buy for 10 bucks. First time ever, no carts in the cart corral. So Zeb went outside to see if he could find some, and we'll wait and see if some people check out, and there are some. Well, we got one cart. Zeb had to go to the bathroom. That gives me a head start. So this is $5. That's a lot of my budget, but it is cute. So it's missing the face. I think I'm gonna pass. They're kind of hard to ship when they don't have the glass. I mean, it can be done, but I'm gonna go check out the other aisles. I told Zeb we might have taken everything they had that was good last week. There's a ton of people here. We're not really...
Couldn't even get a cart.
I know, we got one cart to share, but if we don't find enough stuff here, we could just go thrifting tomorrow.
Just really not finding anything today that I have to have or love. Some curiosities at best. Is this a silver plate sitting out over here in the wilds? No. Stainless steel. Oh, this picture. I wonder if it's anchor hawking. I don't see a little anchor or anything on there, just a 13. These shelves are loaded. This is kind of cool. It's older plaster. Looks like someone's repainted it.
All right, I think I found an item. $1 rabbit planter. I know I can paint that copper and sell that. So we spent exactly $1.
I think that's the cheapest I have ever left a thrift store. I either buy nothing, I have had that happen a couple times, but never just like one thing for $1.
So what it was, the reason why there were so many people is our thrift stores, if there's people in need, they can go visit clergy, known as bishops, and then they can get lists of stuff. They don't have to be a member of our church. It can be anybody that's in need, and they get lists, and they can go to the thrift store and get it free. So I think that that's why they were so busy at this particular thrift store. So it's good to see all that stuff going on. We're gonna head over to the thrift store in Murray. And if they don't have anything, then we'll just stop somewhere tomorrow. Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. We've got tons of stuff. We just need to get our $10 challenge done so we have some fun stuff to paint. It's raining, but there's snow up on the mountains.
It's that time of year. Could rain at any moment down here, but for sure it's snowing up there.
All right, one last thrift store for the day, so hopefully it's the lucky one.
$10. You get $10.
I have 9 because I bought that little rabbit.
Is that going to count towards a flip? Are you painting that or doing anything to it?
Yeah, I'm just going to paint cover. It depends on what I find, so we'll see. So they have a bunch of carts out, and I found this bowl. It's $2. It's Bavaria, Germany. It's really pretty. And then I found these and thought they were interesting, and I flipped them over, and they are Stanford University Spode. So we all know that I love Spode, and I'm going to buy them. The library and then between classes at Stanford University. They're kind of fun.
So I didn't find anything to make over, but I did find this fun pitcher and basin and the other pitcher.
So we wanted to do our $10 challenge. It is now Thursday. Yesterday we did not make it out to the thrift store, so because we only spent $1 for the challenge when we went thrifting the other day, we pulled items, both of us, out of our thrift haul from Monday. So we'll drop that video below if you want to see us purchasing these items. These are all from Monday's thrift haul. I'm at $10. I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8. No, this one was 3. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 2.
You're doing rough math. 5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
what's the rules?
$10.
No math on camera.
So these 3 were $2 each. This was $3, and this was 1.
Okay.
Which equals 10.
All right, this angel, this is my pile. I only have 3 items because the angel was $5, half off. So originally $10, so I got it for 5. The duck was 3, so that puts me at 8. And then this little tote was $1.50, and that puts me at $9.50. So I'm a little at disadvantage. I have less items.
But if this angel sells, that's gonna be worth quite a bit. And stick through to the end of this video because we are gonna put a graphic up to show you how much we spent and how much we've made thus far on last week's challenge. I believe all my items are sold out and Zeb's pretty close to it. So I think I might be winning, but I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm breaking out what's gonna be painted what color. This looks weird. You can't really tell, but I think it'd be cute painted, and I'm using my mix. So this is Blue Hills mixed with Gray Skies. I've been using it for like 3 days now.
That's what you get when you mix up way too much.
It's cottage color as a built-in sealer. So this is gonna be painted with this mix. I'm also gonna paint the frame. My bunny is going gold, but I'm gonna start with cake batter and then put gold on it. And then I'm going to use crockery on this little pot. And my rolling pin, I'm gonna be doing in a little bit. Zeb is doing a glue up job on it.
I have to hold it here for like another minute and a half.
And then this will just go white, and I'll probably use my Blue Hill mix on the handles and then maybe ask Zeb if he'll stamp it for me.
I will stamp it for you.
So I asked him if he had any canvas for this, and
boy,
look
do
what
I.
we got.
Do I have, these are test prints that I kind of was just doing a layout on to see how wide my paper was.
Yeah, I think I like that one.
The top one?
I only need 8 by 8, so.
Well, you can fit it in there. These
Yeah,
are the ones I have already printed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the top one because I think that'll play well with this blue color. I'll just do like some dark wax maybe.
This angel is really cool. It's got a lot of really amazing kind of like beadwork on her dress. However, the wing up here has taken a hit and it's cracked. So enter the Iron Orchid Designs air dry clay. I'm gonna put some of that in there. We're just gonna use wood glue, and then I will smooth that all out. We'll let that dry up and I'll smooth it out with a sander or something. Looks like they tried a little bit, but we're gonna fix that up a little better. And then I think I'm going gold. We're just gonna go all gold. We've pretty much been showing a rolling pin every week because honestly, as soon as we do this, they sell. Like we don't have any of these sitting around ever. We want to try to get a bunch of them and display them in the shop, and we cannot keep them.
They're really popular. I think we might still have the pink handled one. I'm not sure. But I'm just gonna paint the center of this with cottage color and white linen. This rolling pin was pretty raw, like not a lot of finish on it, so it's not going streaky. So we probably should be able to get away with just one coat.
I forgot to film Jami. She did sand that. It had like a logo etched in, and she just sanded the whole thing. And that really helps clean them up if they've got any residual grease or anything like that.
I guess I could have filmed that. I didn't really think it was noteworthy. I just sanded it off. If you ever find like a piece of wood that has something engraved on it, it's really simple to just sand through the engraving and make it over.
I'm using the Salvation Solution to prop up my angel. We're gonna fix her wing here. Just a lot of glue. It doesn't really matter how much as long as you're getting it in the gap there. And then I'm just gonna take this air dry clay and just kind of press it in there and smooth it over. And now that hole is gone, and we can even smooth it over some of this crack that they didn't get. So it's not wood putty. I like the air dry clay better just because it's super easy to use. I just have it here in the house. I can just fill this hole with some air dry clay and some wood glue really quickly, and it's done. This will dry in about half an hour and I'll be ready to paint.
I was gonna paint this crockery, but I had aviary out. I haven't used it in a while. It's gonna be a really rich green, and then maybe I'll put like one of the white traditional pots or whatever that transfer's called, transfer over it, and it'll show up well.
Duck might be the easiest makeover yet. I think it's got some glue on this. So
We're just getting rid of the old bow and the crusty floral. Because all the ones that we find are just more natural. Like when you remove that bow, now this could be used in a den or someplace more masculine, and that bow is on its way out.
Oh no. Okay.
So now you just have to use the heat gun, right? And get off that.
I hope so. I hope I can use the heat gun without lighting this grass on fire.
We'll see. Here's my bunny. These planters do really well in copper. I'm gonna try it in gold, but I'm gonna get started with cake batter just to work kind of like a primer with this shiny metal. And then I'm gonna put the gold patina over it.
That's not metal, that's ceramic.
The shiny ceramic, and then I'm gonna put gold over the top of it.
Okay, so this duck needs a little more work. There's a bunch of scuffs and dings on the carved head here, and I'm going to take just some 220 grit sandpaper, smooth that out, and then we'll re-wax it to give it the aged look.
All right, so we're just getting off some of the old crusty from the duck head. Did you heat gun this?
Not yet, I'm worried about burning that rope.
And you have a crack in it right here.
Yeah, we're gonna glue it. Salvation solution in white. Just gonna use this so we can cover up this Sharpie. Sometimes Sharpie can bleed through, and while this art on here is great, Zach's toolbox is going to get decoupaged and a little bit of an update.
Get some of this golden ticket on here. This has a sealer built in, so once I paint this up, I won't need to put anything else on it. But you can see with that cake batter underneath that we probably will get one coat coverage, and then we can move on to the dark wax.
Real quick little sand over where that air dry clay was, just kind of smoothing it out, making sure that the texture matches kind of what the rest of the angel has, and any lumpies that I might have missed when I was gluing it on there. And then we're gonna paint this red because I want it to have like an antique kind of gold look to it. Got marquee in here. This is just the DIY clay-based paint. I shouldn't say just, it's amazing. And we're gonna get a good red base on here, and then we will go gold over the top of this.
To bring out some of the detail on this tile, I thought about bringing back that cream color underneath, but it had that dingy brown, which wasn't my favorite. So I'm just going to dry brush over the top. Oops, I'll get that in a minute. Over the top and bring out some of the texture.
Yeah, because if you compare the white dry brush to down here, it really brings out that detail and makes it stand out.
You can't see it if you don't either distress it or dry brush it, and then just kind of hit.
And you're going both directions with the dry brush?
Yeah, I kind of like to have a little bit of a whatever randomness to it.
Well, and it helps hit other directions. You really get better highlights.
And if you ever get it where you don't want it, you literally can just dry brush the base color right over the top and you're fine. Like don't stress out about it. All right, we're finishing up over on the other side of the table. We're finishing up this angel. This angel looks like she's ready for Valentine's Day or maybe Christmas, but we're trying to make her a little more year round. You can kind of see my shiny gold bunny over there. Like I'm loving that gold bunny. This angel's gonna look really good gold too.
The red's all gonna go away, and you might see hints of it on the highlights or as it ages and gets some distress, and that's gonna give it a real good antique look because they went orange or red behind a lot of gold paints back in the day because it got it more vibrant and more color. It was a lot richer tone. So off camera, Jami decided to go ahead and do this. You can see that bird so much better. You couldn't even hardly tell that was a bird before, and here we are, we have a bird on here.
When we were at the thrift store, they were like, what is that? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's like praying hands and a bird, like a dove.
Or they're setting it free, hands setting the bird free, I don't know.
I guess that's also an option.
Same thing Jami's been using to dry brush. I'm gonna go over the Salvation solution, which is a primer, and this will be my last coat over this. That's why I used the white primer instead of the clear. It comes in both options because now I've got a good white base for my paint.
I don't think I told him it was cottage color white linen. That's what the white is.
That's what we're using on the white. It's got a built-in sealer, so this is the last step before I start doing decoupage or anything like that.
So
I think that would be good, that darker brown, rosy color.
Well, and we had a repair that we did on this crack, so I'm just gonna kind of put the flowers over it so you can't see the repair. And then...
Which IOD transfer is this from?
This is from the Seeds catalog. So it's gonna be a little bit precarious because this is like curved and I didn't let it dry all the way, which you should absolutely do. But I'll get
the clay-based paint. Did you seal it at all?
Nope.
Just going for it.
That's releasing just fine.
Yeah, it's releasing.
It's dry. It just, if it peels up like that, just put it back down and use your little stick and go over it. It'll be fine. Best practice is to let it dry completely and to put a sealer on it and let that dry a few hours, and then you put your transfer on. I'm just gonna seal this all up The aviary is gonna get richer and deeper and kind of bring out that transfer that I put on here.
So this is Final Finishes. It's the matte sealer that we get from Sweet Pickins Milk Paint.
It's in a canning jar because I burnt the lid.
Yep.
It does not come in a clear canning jar, just mine.
Just like Jami's bunny, we're going in with the golden ticket. Sometimes we get on a copper kick, sometimes we get on a gold kick. Today is gold. I felt like this angel was gonna be better gold, and Jami was likewise with the bunny. She's like, I wanna do gold. This is where it's gonna really change though. That red under there is gonna be a great base coat for this gold to adhere to and get great coverage. So this one's getting some dark wax over the white dry brush.
Yeah, and I'm really pulling it back because I don't want it to look muddy, but I want to give it some age. So it's just sticking down in the cracks. Because I used cottage color, it has a built-in sealer, so there's no need to like clear wax or seal it. You could just go straight over the top. But this really is bringing out that age detail on it. I'm also dark waxing this bunny to bring out some of the detail and make it look more antique gold as opposed to like super shiny. If you don't like the way this looks after I dark wax it and you're using the product, just stop at the gold. You don't have to, this definitely isn't required. The gold is enough sealer, but I just like adding some age and patina.
Okay, DIY's clear wax. It's a nice pasty wax, and we're just gonna get this on here to recondition this wood where I sanded it. Jami put this print in and she's like, oh, that print is so old and antiqued. I can't just leave this stark like this.
I'm gonna bring back some of the like dark undertones and age it. It was just too perfect. And I think this is gonna tie better into this without having to do dark wax.
I've got the Iron Orchid design stamp in Reverie, and I'm also using the ink. This is the Decor ink. It's a permanent black ink that we're using on this one. Just loading up this stamp. I'm gonna roll that rolling pin on here.
You just have to have a steady hand, which is why I always have Zeb do it. But other than that, it's pretty easy. He uses his fingers to kind of like keep his hand steady and then just roll it on.
Keeps the stamp from moving.
Ta-da! That is so good. That might be my new favorite stamp to use. That's good.
I've got our chicken decoupage paper out. It's called Poulet Paulette, something like that. It's French. Just look up chicken paper. You can find it on the website. We gave it a funky name. We probably should rename it. But I'm gonna do half here and then half on the other side. Our favorite decoupage medium, liquid patina in the clear. Let's get a coat of that on there. You'll notice I don't have the bottom painted. I usually do that last so that I'm not dealing with wet paint up top and messing everything up. So got a good healthy coat of decoupage medium, the liquid patina on there. I'll lay my paper down. I've got a couple screws poking out on this tote. It was definitely like a little shop project or Home Depot project, something, some sort of craft tote. But gonna press that down nice and good, make sure we don't have any wrinkles, and let that dry. And then I'll put a top coat over the top of it, and that'll lock it in really well. Doing the second side. Second coat of the golden ticket, gold patina going on. You can see it's really getting rid of all those little red streakies we had. Here's the dilemma I'm having. Do I put the dark wax on like we like to do and give her some age? This gold turned out so good. I'm tempted to just leave it gold. I think I will, because this angel is leaning more towards Christmas with her wreath there. So I feel like this gold, I don't know. The dark wax looks so good on it. Let me get the bunny over here for contrast. So this is Jami's bunny with the dark wax on it. The dark wax does look really good. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay, the liquid patina has dried. These are stuck on there good. And I'm gonna just cut the edges. I'm just cutting this little edge right here with the sandpaper. That just, right there, just cut it so good. We love thrifting for cottage decor and taking these old busted items that are mostly discarded and going to the dump afterwards because no one's buying them and turning them into something that is usable and fun and updated.
Going to the Goodwill bins and doing thrift challenges are some of our favorite things to do. These last 2 weeks have been fun, but we're looking for advice. So comment below on the next thrift challenge that you would like to see, and stay tuned to the end for all the slow-mo pics of all of our finished products and the breakdown of last week's thrift challenge. If you like this video, be sure to share with your friends, give a thumbs up, and subscribe to Jami Vintage for more
DIY.
We'll see you on the next episode.